So with the crypto bull market supposedly being back on in its full strength, of course, we haven't seen an alt season or signs of one in, so to speak, yet. But the crypto market's definitely taken a turn for the better, and I apologize for the noise if you can hear it. There's cicadas. I have to film outside today. Very loud. So basically, Cr0w is a coin I talked about a decent bit ago, but we're going to make an update video on Cr0w and essentially get into what it is, why I still think this is a solid project and everything it's doing, especially since the developers are actually updating the token and actually putting in a lot of work into it. And so you can of course see the white paper here. We'll get into this, but again, I just want to share my thoughts with Cr0w. None of this is financial advice. I'm not going to give you guys a price prediction. I can tell you maybe some targets, and we're going to look at not entirely the chart in terms of a technical analysis perspective, because this is a chart that, I mean, it's a couple $1 million in market cap, so really makes no sense to look at this from a technical analysis standpoint, but we can at least see this token's price performance throughout the past couple of months and show you guys that. So with all that being said, what exactly is Cr0w? As you guys can see on the screen, it says Cr0w is an advanced AI trading agent designed to empower traders with precise, data-driven insights, merging market analytics with trading strategies and autonomous decision-making. Cr0w identifies opportunities across futures and spot markets with a unique personality and a focus on swing, scalp, macro, and narrative analysis. Cr0w stands as your steadfast ally in navigating the complex crypto landscape. Short and simple, Cr0w essentially helps you find setups within the crypto market. And so it's definitely a project that has immense use case, specifically for those who are trying to make money in the crypto market, especially those who are traders. And so that's something to keep in mind. This is a project that really, we haven't seen something like this come out of anything recently. So this being, a project that's offering these promises is very cool to see. And so with that being said, we'll get into the problem that they get into. So they reference the problem that us as human traders, our perspective is inherently limited. You can also only focus on the coins and market setups that are directly in front of you, often missing out on opportunities beyond your scope. The volatile nature of the crypto market means that chances for profits are fleeting, and missing even a single setup can be costly. So yeah, this again just lists the problem that arises as us being human traders, the cons that comes with that, and then of course their solution. Cr0w solves this problem, and they get into how everything they do, being an AI agent that analyzes the markets in multiple aspects, the setups that it provides you with, and so on. So that's the solution that Cr0w is going ahead and sharing, and it literally is just giving you setups that you can then plug and play with in your trades every single day. So this is beneficial for a lot of future traders, but also you can use this as spot trades. If you're looking for a good entry on a coin, Cr0w can give its best guess towards that entry. Now, of course, in terms of news, in terms of black swan events, Cr0w's not going to be able to randomly magically guess that, but it can at least negate a lot of that by giving you just solid market setups. I mean, humans can't even, of course, guess when a black swan's coming up. But agent features, so again, Cr0w, if you go to their X page, you'll be able to see Cr0w interacting through their automated posts. And so it will, here you guys go, core functionality. So these are different trades that Cr0w will make. So swing trades that evaluates higher time frames. So as you can see, perfect for long term. Bitcoin at 92,900 ETH with FEG sitting at this range, price likely to dip in the stone. So I mean, literally just going over technical analysis, like this is a smart money concept, fair value gap. So this goes into this, gives you a simple entry point. You're looking at an entry point somewhere in this fair value gap to then long upwards. So there is yet another just pro of Cr0w, the different types of trades. I mean, scalp trades on the 5 minute, 15 minute, and 1 hour timeline. I just got hit by a bug. But yeah, guys, there's a lot Cr0w does. I mean, you literally can use this if you want to day trade crypto. You can use it in that effort. You can use this for longer setups. But of course, macro and narrative analysis. What is happening across X? Where's the narratives? Is the market in a bullish trend, or are we in a bearish trend? And so you can find that out simply through Cr0w. It will give you market sentiment, which I think is very, very cool to see. So with that being simply just the functionality of Cr0w, the benefits that comes with it, this is Cr0w's Nest. So this is your trading terminal. As you can see, there's Cr0w's Radar, Cr0w's Hunt, Cr0w's Crew, and Cr0w's Nest. So these are all of the aspects of the Nest, which you can almost think of like a hub for Cr0w's uses, and that starts with Cr0w's Radar. Cr0w's Radar actively scans the market in real time. This is what gives you those high probability trade setups based on the price action market trends, and it provides timely alerts on trade opportunities, market sentiment shifts, and predictive insights to help traders make informed decisions. You guys can see this essentially goes over Bitcoin. It goes over the daily structure of Bitcoin, the zones for long entries. So again, literally says a reclaim. Let's see if it says buyers are watching $78,000 to $80,000 for re-entries. Now, I have not used Cr0w myself, so I don't know how specific it can get. Like if it gives you a specific entry, as this is giving you a range. It's giving you a range of, let's see, 78 to 80K as a range, but then even that, they say a deeper retrace. But even with this, a deeper retrace could just simply be a DCA opportunity for you. So if that makes sense. So what you can do is essentially, if you don't want to take, or if you can't take like a exact trade from Cr0w, you can at least use Cr0w as some guidance for your own trades to help confirm a lot of your own research into a trade. So that's one thing that I think is very cool. Next up is Cr0w Scout. So this offers personalized market analysis tailored to user queries, whether users seek a broad market overview or specific coin analysis. And so basically how this is you'll, as you can see, here is the prompt: compare Bitcoin versus ETH. Which one is better long at current prices? And then it will give you the reasoning. Again, think ChatGPT prompts, but this is more specific towards that of the crypto market in a way that's trying to help you make money or understand the market better. You guys can see this is a pricing, so you can be a premium holder, which we'll get into, and the revenue distribution. So if you hold a certain amount of Cr0w, you actually get some of this revenue distributed to yourself, as you'll see. But even here, the price, you can also, I believe, just pay 10,000 Cr0w and you get 25 scout credits, meaning you can use this 25 times. So that's essentially how their system works. And then I believe if you're a premium, you will be eligible for free queries, if that makes sense. With that being said, you have Cr0w Crew, which allows you to create your own Cr0w. This essentially, what I've taken from this is you get to match it to what you do in the markets. So maybe you are someone who swing trades most of the time. Maybe you're someone who scalp trades most of the time. You can essentially make a Cr0w that allocates towards your specific trading needs and makes it a lot more individualized, which I think is very cool. 10,000 Cr0w to create a crew, including one trading strategy or indicator, 2,500 Cr0w for each additional strategy or indicator. And again, here's how the revenue is distributed. You can see that in terms of the tokenomics as well. And now, of course, Cr0w's Nest. This is the dedicated marketplace, and I think this is a very, very cool system where users can list and sell their custom-built Cr0ws, essentially allowing people to go ahead and sell models of Cr0w in a marketplace that you can then buy. So someone could come up with an amazing Cr0w model that has the absolute best trades, whatever it is, and then they can sell that on the marketplace and get money for that. And as you can see, revenue distribution for this, 70% is allocated to the creator, 10% to the treasury, and then 20% allocated to buyback and burn. Now, in terms of Cr0w's Hunt, this essentially is the autonomous trading engine. This allows you to, I believe, execute precision-driven trades based on area market. So what this looks like is essentially just Cr0w will actually fully and autonomously allow users to benefit from Cr0w's market without active management. So this essentially looks like Cr0w will go ahead and actually make money through its AI algorithms in the market. Like, it will actively trade it. I don't know if you can use this yourself, but I think this is like what Cr0w does on the back end of things. And then, as you can see, this is a revenue distribution that is generated when Cr0w does this. So that is very cool to see. In terms of tokenomics, you guys can kind of see this. This is a revenue distribution model. We've already kind of gone over where this goes. So you can see a lot of the revenue goes to, those are tier 2, tier 3 holders. Token allocation, you can see where the token allocation is. Team gets 3.25%, which is locked for 6 months. And then they'll lock the tokens again for another 6 months. And then, as you can see, the treasury, 3.25%. These are funds used for the ecosystem expansion and a bunch of other use cases and towards of actually allowing this platform of Cr0w to grow. And then public. So this goes towards those users up here, I believe. Or no, sorry. The public, again, is who gets to buy the tokens, which is me and you. So next up would be tiers. This is where I think this is very interesting, because we'll get into how much USD tier 3 would be, but you guys could get to see what you get for simply being a premium holder of Cr0w. You get Cr0w's radar for tier 3 at 500,000. We've already gone over what this is able to do. Create your own Cr0w, 5 for free, that you can of course then sell. Eligibility for 70% of the revenue share, which is amazing. Tier 2 gets you 30%. Tier 1 doesn't get you anything. You get 15 daily scout credits in Cr0w's Scout. So that's insane. The benefits that you get from here, only if you utilize them. But you also just get to simply hold the token like it is your own, if that makes sense. But you also get to hold the token and just reap the rewards on the token actually doing well, assuming Cr0w does well, which we'll get into my thoughts on that. But yeah, this is very cool. I genuinely like this tier system, and it might genuinely be something I consider getting tier 3 for, as I previously was, but I was out of Cr0w way before we had that pretty harsh drop. Now, as you guys can see, here are the roadmaps. You can see tier 2 and tier 3 exchange listings. In Q2 of 2025, the tier 1 exchange listings. So Cr0w's roadmap, if you go through it, I'm not going to go full in depth, but in terms of what Cr0w's doing, this is like awesome to see. I mean, Cr0w's Nest is in development right now. We do not, I believe, have Cr0w radar unless that is already out. But in general, this is stuff that will come into effect, assuming they live up to their promises. This is all amazing to see. Great roadmap here, and I honestly love to see it. Now, another concern for most people is the team behind it. Here you guys go. Here's the team, the credentials. You can see who these people are, and this is just fantastic. A lot of people with a lot of background in their subjective departments, and this is just, I don't know. This is one of the best white papers I've looked at in terms of just ease of understanding. This is really laid out nicely, and I do genuinely hope Cr0w lives up to their promises, because let's get into the price. Cr0w is currently, as you guys can see here, 1/3 of a cent in it, with a $3 million market cap. Now, in the past month, and we can go to the past year, Cr0w was around that of 2 cents at its peak. And I think I bought in around here, and I sold somewhere like right here. So I sold at a profit, but of course we rode all the way down to around a low of that of, I honestly don't even know how small that number is, but it's 6 times lower than where we are sitting currently. So if you would have bought around these lows, you would have 6x'd from there had you just simply believed in the project. And I think, again, that if we go and look at this, I believe it was 500,000 Cr0w. 500,000 Cr0w to get you the entirety of what Cr0w provides is 1,500 USD. And if we go to that previous all-time high, that will be around, I want to say, Oh, that'll be a decent amount of money. That'll be almost be $10,000 of Cr0w you would need to have in order to get and reap their full rewards and get that revenue distribution. If Cr0w lives up to their what they plan on doing, the revenue distribution is one thing I would be looking at the most as an investor. Of course, their functionality in terms of what they would be providing to you in terms of using Cr0w Radar, using the services they provide, but that revenue distribution with their profit model and in terms of their revenue model, that could be very rewarding. So based off everything we just looked at today, I myself am probably going to go ahead and get myself to that $500,000 Cr0w level, or 500,000 Cr0w level. And we'll see what happens from there. I would not recommend you guys to do so based off this video. Again, do your own research, but we just need to see Cr0w live up to his promises. If it can, then this price is going to, in my opinion, it just logically makes sense, is going to go up way higher than it currently is. But if it doesn't do anything, it could go a lot lower and they don't live up to the roadmap promises, then this probably would not be a good buy, especially right here. So there's my thoughts on it. In terms of short-term price action, it really just depends on how hot the market gets and if Cr0w can start doing things well. But I definitely like to see a reclaim of a cent to then our previous all-time high of around 2 cents. But that's going to be it for me today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Cr0w video, Cr0w update. We will do an update further on in their Q2 roadmap. Once their roadmap gets more updated, we'll update on that. With all that being said, I'll see you guys later.